to like fucking fatten myself up for Christmas.
Yeah, I'm gonna gain a lot of weight on purpose. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna gain so much weight. I just eat and drink like a motherfucker around the holidays. I just don't stop. I become like No Face in that one fucking clip. I haven't even seen that movie, so I don't even know what happened in there.
Wait, you've never seen Spirited Away?
No.
What?
No.
What?
What?
Wait, are you actually serious?
Yeah,
I like how you talked about that with such confidence and familiarity. I'm like,
Oh, I've seen that fucking.
I'm like fucking No Face.
I've seen that GIF like a billion fucking times.
Have you actually never seen it?
Never seen it.
That's shocking.
Yeah. For a long time, I just lied and said I did because I was just like.
I think I remember you saying you have told me.
Yeah.
Probably because I was just kind of like, you know, it's like saying you haven't watched Death Note.
Right.
I was like, what the fuck have you watched Death Note? You know, it's like, well, I just don't care to. But I've watched Death Note. Don't worry.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, I remember you saying you have watched Death Note.
I swear if you're lying,
yeah,
you're
I think I
as well.
lied. I think one time we had a conversation where you were like, "Oh yeah, Princess Mononoke, it's so dark." And I was like, "Yeah," but I've never watched Princess Mononoke either.
Have you seen any Ghibli film? Then?
I've never watched My Neighbor Totoro either.
Totoro's fine. Totoro's fine.
Why is that the one that I'm?
Because that's purely like driven off nostalgia.
The only Ghibli film I've watched, and this is within the past 5 years, I only watched as well. Before that, I hadn't even watched any. It was like Howl's Moving Castle, which I liked.
That's a good movie.
And Kiki's Delivery Service.
Okay.
That was kind of mid.
Yeah, it's all right.
Just kind
It's
of.
alright.
I like it.
So yeah, I never watched Spirited Away.
Okay, if you like Howl's Moving Castle, you'll like Spirited Away.
Yeah.
Did you like Howl's Moving Castle?
Yeah, I liked Howl.
Okay.
Howl was the goal.
Yeah, how's it
Did you watch
go?
the dub
Howl
of
was the
that?
goal. Yeah, I watched the dub.
Yeah, Christian Bale, right?
That's Christian Bale.
Yeah, it's Christian Bale.
Yeah, it's Christian Bale.
Fuck
Yeah.
off. That's Christian Bale.
Christian
It's
Bale.
Christian-
What the fuck? He's the goat, man. What can't he do? What can't Christian Bale do? I swear to God, man, he does everything.
I love those moments where you're just like talking about a movie that you love, and then someone says like, "Yeah, did you know he's voiced by that guy?" And it's just
Yeah.
like,
I had no idea that was Christian Bale.
Well, to be fair, it's really fucking hard to tell.
He's so fucking good at disappearing into the character.
Yeah,
He is.
like I don't like he's a Welshman, right? And you can never tell that he's a Welshman. I swear he has like a different accent every.
I think he
Every
was born
movie.
in Wales, then immediately moved to London, I think, or America. He's got a. I remember he spoke about it once.
right.
But yeah, I think he was born in Wales.
it's funny though how so many people just are like, "Yeah, he's American, right?"
Well, I mean, he's so fucking good at appearing American.
Yes.
Yeah. Have you watched any? Have you watched Chainsaw Man? recently?
Yeah, I'm 9 episodes in. I like it so far. It's something, man. I'm kind of glad that we finally got a show that was hyped and so
Followed
far
through?
has been
Yeah.
following through.
Yeah.
Like every episode
Sure.
is a delight. It's
Yeah.
fucking weird.
It's just insane. Every episode is like a movie budget. Like
It's a lot.
Crazy.
The fact that there's a different ending every time as well.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of insane. I am blown
Anime
away.
2023, it's just fucking sweating.
Yeah,
I
I
am like,
am-
oh fuck, we gotta live up to that.
It's
Shit.
kind of crazy. Even as like even if I wasn't a fan of the show, it's like
Yeah.
you watching it, you're like, you just can't not be amazed by it. Like even if you
God,
don't
it's
enjoy it.
it's fucking insane.
story.
Yeah.
I like the story is crude sometimes, but I like it. I think it's fun.
I mean, I like it's obviously a bit edgier than like a lot of like, other
For sure. It
shonen,
feels
but
like edgy.
Yeah,
on
but I
purpose
don't
times.
feel like it's like edgy for the sake of being like edgy, which
Yeah.
we see with like some other shows, you know, where it's just like, oh, this is the show that's aimed towards 15-year-olds that, you know, want to think they're watching something adult. You know,
No, it's clearly just like
Yeah.
Fujimoto just being like, I don't give a fuck if people like this or not. Like, this is just how I'm gonna make my story and how I'm gonna make my characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of amazed at one point in episode 9. The episode before ends with this scene, and then they reuse the scene in the next episode, but they reanimate it very slightly, entirely, all over again. And I'm like, okay, now that's too much. That's just a waste. Like, this is insane, but this is like, what?
Yeah.
And it's all insane animation. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, I don't understand how much money or time power, can't say money again, I got in trouble. Like, and the amount of time, money, and effort put into this must be another level. Like, the amount of talent that must have gone into this is insane.
What blows my mind is when people like look at something and think good animation, they think, oh, the fight scene was like good, or they think of the fight scene like Chainsaw Man just looks good in like every
Just
single second.
the talking scenes.
Oh my god, it's so fucking every shot is so like dynamic, right? It's like you know sometimes you watch an anime, it's just like always like basic shot for shot for shot. There always feels like there's some thought put into how how this looks on film and
It's
stuff
like, what
that.
angle have we not put a camera at yet?
God,
Like, let's do it.
yeah.
Let's do it from there.
God,
Yeah.
I know you've read the manga, but you
Yeah.
you need to watch the anime, man.
I am
'Cause
watching it.
Oh, you are watching
Yeah,
it as
of
well?
course. I kind of.
Plot twist of the year.
I kind of have to. Like,
I don't-
I think I would actually be hung and quartered if I didn't
Yeah,
watch
The
it.
anime is so good that I'm like, I really don't want to touch the manga. I'm like, this is
but it's
insane.
so good.
I know, I bet it is, but like watching the anime, I'm like, there's no
I think
way.
this first season's only going to end halfway. Too.
Probably.
Yeah, I think the manga's as good as the anime.
I agree.
I've been doing something like a little quirky. I've been watching the anime, then reading the manga. And
Oh, okay.
Shut the fuck up, God. Don't fucking say that shit to me. Why the fuck did you do that?
Why
would you do that? Why?
Because why I did that? Because anime is my medium of choice, if I have a choice. And the anime is doing an amazing production. But I think Tatsuki Fujimoto, the mangaka, is an absolute fucking genius.
I agree.
He uses manga in a way that no other manga artist, I think, has done. He has such a unique way of conveying like his ideas and emotions, and it's a way that is impossible to replicate in any other medium. Because
He's able to draw it in a way that looks and feels cinematic.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
I think is really hard to do in the medium of manga. Like,
Yeah.
because, you know, again, it's like a lot like with a lot of anime. It's like you have your bog standard, like,
Yeah.
flow of panels. And like, you know, maybe every now and then there'll be an artist that will be like, oh, I'm going to draw outside of the panel, like literally outside of the panel to kind of add like dynamic to it. But like Fujimoto just kind of draws it in a way where it's just like, this flows in a really smooth way, but it's also a really strange feeling
yeah.
at the same time.
Like now that I've like read like what's been adapted so far in the manga, I'm like, how the fuck does Tatsuki Fujimoto have better comedic timing in the manga, which has no comedic timing, than in the anime, right? It's he's the job he's done with this, like the way he's like paneled and laid out his page. It like the scenes in the manga, there are like some funny scenes that are like way funnier, I think, in the manga than in the anime. And it's just because of the way that he's kind of like timed it really well with how like you turn the page and stuff like
Do you
that.
have any examples that you might be able to think of on the spot?
I can't think of off the top of my head.
I just wondered if you did.
Yeah, I think there's a few things that I think have like are impossible to translate to the anime. Like one thing I can think of is how can I say this without spoiling anything that happens? So there is a weapon that involves a nail, right? If you're like you've
9? I'm on episode 9.
you're on episode 9. You should have seen it then. There's a weapon that involves a nail.
Maybe
It's like a demon kind of thing, right?
a nail, as in this nail.
As
Doom. Okay,
nail.
all right. Then no, I haven't.
what's
I
this
don't.
nail?
I don't. Oh, this nail.
oh,
I've seen something that involves this. I haven't seen something that involves this.
no, you have.
Yeah, if you've episode
if you're up to
9.
episode 9, you
Yeah,
have.
you definitely have.
Have I?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Did you think it was a sword?
Maybe it was a sword. Maybe I don't know. All right. Okay, we'll carry on.
Yeah. But there's a scene where he uses this weapon, and obviously it's a weapon that's like infused with a demon, right?
Yeah.
So there's this like really cool panel where, like to use this weapon, you have to have a contract with a devil. That's what every weapon is, right? And so how he portrays that this weapon is controlled by this devil is that you have like the normal panels, and that's how it is throughout the entire manga, every comic book. And then when he uses this weapon, a finger just appears goes from like outside of like the box panels, right? And so it kind of like flicks from out of frame into frame. And you're like,
that's cool.
oh, that's really fucking cool to be like, oh, there's something that's being like called out from like outside this world and shit like that. And I'm like, you can't really do that in anime because it's we don't have boxes and shit like that. But it's like small things like that where he really thinks about how do I do something that is really cool that only manga can do. And he does this in not just like
You've convinced me.
Not just Chainsaw Man, but pretty much everything I've read from him. He does something unique to manga that I've not seen anywhere else. And that's true, especially if you've not read. I would highly recommend Goodbye Eri, which is like a one shot. You can read that within like
That is
an hour.
so genius.
Yeah, and I was like, I've never read something that is just like so. It's a masterpiece in my mind. So fucking genius. Yeah.
I mean, Chainsaw Man, I've loved it so far.
Chainsaw Man is great.
Think it's crazy to see because again, we've had hyped up shows, but I don't think we've had a show that's been this hyped up in so long.
I don't think ever.
I don't think ever. Yeah.
It's insane to see it kind of meeting it and kind of crushing it.
Because I was a bit worried because I remember watching like the first 6 episodes. I'm like, this is cool, but it's kind of like your standard affair right now.
Yeah, from episode like 5, 6 onwards, it definitely got way more exciting. And it's been like so fun watching it. But also I'm sad that I have to wait every week.
I'm sad that we're gonna have to wait for a season 2.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Is the manga finished?
Part 1 of the manga is finished. So he's currently writing. So he went on a little bit of a break after part 1, and now he's starting up part 2 again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I did get a chuckle out of. I guess it's not really a spoiler, but like at one point they're like, the name of a demon is means it's strength or something, and they're like, what's the scariest thing? A chainsaw and a gun. I was like, what? I was like, what? You have this like really intensely, like really edgy, built up world, and they're like, gun strong,
gun strong,
gun
devil strong.
I was like, all right, that still doesn't really spoil anything. It's just it's just a funny bit of like, I was like, what?
Yeah. I've heard things just get more and more intense in the manga as it goes on, though. It's already pretty fucking intense.
I've never watched the show and actually said what the fuck out loud so many times. Just shit happens. You're like, what the
God, and the second half of the manga is just like
I believe it.
on
I believe it. I believe
steroids.
it.
Like the last 2 or 3 volumes are just insane. I'm just like, I don't. What?
I'm very happy. I'm very excited. Wait, is it 12 episodes they're doing or
12 episodes?
Fuck, man.
I know.
Bring back the 24.
I know. Bring back the 2 core.
I'll take the same ending. Let's just get a few more episodes in. Come on, that's like a whole episode of animation we can do. Come on, let's get more episodes. I don't need the ending every time. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really hope we don't have to wait too long for another season because
I think we are.
I
think we are.
It's been a while since I've watched the show, and I'm like, 12 episodes. That's it. That's it. 12 episodes.
I've never been bricked up through the entire show like that before. From start to finish. Like the food, I'm rock solid when they show food in the show. The food looks so good.
That's the mapper effect right there.
I've never been more fucking bricked up watching a hand-holding scene.
Dude, right?
Holy fuck, man. Like,
I know.
Talk about like awakening something in you. I'm like, I thought this was a meme. I thought hand-holding hentai was a meme, and they actually fucking made it a thing.
Dude,
every character has awoken something in everyone.
I'm impressed that they've managed to make a character who is that horny likable. I figured anyone that horny in real life would in any show, normally if a character is just super horny, it's like Meliodas.
Yeah.
I fucking hate them.
Yeah.
They fucking suck.
But that's the thing that's what another thing with Fujimoto that I think is genius is that like not just Chainsaw Man, but everything he's written, every character is an absolute piece of shit.
Yeah.
But he's somehow able to turn these absolute fucking detestable piece of shit characters likable.
Well, it's like in real life, right? Most people are great. Like most people do bad things, so they do good things, right? So it's like if you can kind of channel that, and I feel like that's where it's doing that great. Like it so far, Chainsaw Man, all the characters don't feel like they good, bad, hee tee hee. It's like, all right. You know, they're a good person, but maybe they got a lot of problems. Maybe they're a bad person, but they do some good things.
But I've also seen a lot of anime where they just like they try and make like a purposefully like shitty character, right?
Yeah.
To be okay, you know, all the edgy people are gonna enjoy this one, and then it just ends up being extremely annoying.
Yeah, I mean, this could easily be like a Mirai Nikki situation where it's like, haha, edge and good swords.
Haha, everyone is shitty. Lol.
Everyone's horny, and we're all gonna stab each other, and it's like, all right, well.
But it's kind of like I think he strikes that perfect balance where he pretty much every character in Chainsaw Man is kind of like an asshole. In like a different way. But it's like an entertaining asshole.
Well, because they're all trying to survive, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, how would you act if you had to survive?
Yeah.
And in this world that is very fucked up.
Yeah, sure. I remember the scene where they were all like trapped in the building together.
Oh yeah,
and it's just fucking chaos. And I was just like, it feels like watching a scene from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. No way.
The gang tries to escape.
The gang tried to escape from.
That sounds like a really good edit. That sounds like a good edit.
Because it was just like, why am I having such a good time just seeing these guys try to survive? And
they're all bitching and complaining and whining.
They're in like a life and death situation, and they're just like, it's just fucking bants, man.
Just when Denji's like, I'm going to sleep. It's just like, I fucking love that scene. It's like, bro.
It was that scene where one of the girls like freaking out, and then Power just like starts like burst, like full on burst out laughing, and I was just like, what? It's just. It's just fucking.
So
It's a
good.
fucking riot, man.
So good.
Oh, it's been a long time since I've been this excited for an anime.
Good.
I just hope they don't give me a reason to ever dislike the show. So far, I'm pretty happy.
Yeah.
To be honest, nah. I mean, even the second half, as chaotic as it gets, like
Yeah.
it's just so intense and insane. Where it's just
Cool.
like, of course, this is how it
And
is.
I think like the complaints about CG that I've seen on Twitter are like so fucking overblown.
Oh,
of
no,
course.
dude. There's like barely any CG, and then when it is, it's like it's good. Like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
well
I
integrated.
think the most awkward looking shots were like in episode one.
Yeah,
and then like they still use CG in like other fights, and they've managed to blend it a lot better. But even in episode one, it was like it looked a bit dodgy here and there, like a few shots, but it didn't look bad. You know, I've seen bad CG.
I've seen Exxon. I've seen Exxon. That's bad.
Yeah.